Sometimes the thing is that you probably have like your Equifax is good or your Experian is better than your Equifax or TransUnion. So it's really important to be strategic about the business loans you're trying to get, right? So what if right now your Experian credit score was a lot better than the TransUnion and Equifax? Then you'll be interested in having a business loan that pulls personal experience. So hey, listen, this is what I'm going to talk to you about in today's conversation. Here is a review that you need to have. So we're talking about the top 5 or top 6 business loans that pull personal experience for a large amount and fast approval. Number 6, we have M&T Bank. Our score 8.4 over 10. So when you think about M&T, you got to think about a bank that is constantly innovating. Okay, it's a wonderful bank. So you're talking about unsecured business loans that go from $10,000 to $100,000. We love that a lot. And M&T is really good in terms of getting back to you. They process your loans real fast, okay? And there's no collateral required. So we're talking about here, what we are speaking about, an unsecured business loan. So no collateral is ever required. You have a streamlined application and decisioning process. What we love about M&T is that they also have simplified the payment process for you. This is just fantastic. So what you want to do here is you want to actually attach your M&T business checking account to the loan so they can actually deduct the funds automatically. That's just fantastic. What we love also about M&T is that they have a variety of business loans. So when you talk about business loans, you're not just talking about one type of business loan, right? You have a constellation of business loans. What am I talking about? I'm speaking about an unsecured business installment loan. I'm speaking about a secure term loan, a commercial real estate loan, an investment real estate loan. The thing with M&T is that when you think about the secure term loan, it starts at 10,000 and goes all the way to 10 million. It really depends on your business assets because it is collateralized. So it depends on the value of the underlying assets. Okay. For commercial real estate loans, we're talking about $50,000 all the way to 10 million. Okay. But overall, M&T is just a fantastic bank that has been kicking ass for the last 5 to 10 years. They have revamped their loan processing platform. And this is really cool, okay? Now, the only problem is M&T is not a national bank. They're not a national behemoth in the financial services industry, so they are geo-restricted. So you got to be in the geography they cover if you want to do business with them. Fantastic bank, fantastic. Number 5, we have TD Bank. Our score, 8.8 over 10. So, hey, by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. So when you think about TD Bank, obviously TD Bank is also geo-restricted. So you're talking about in the Northeast, okay? That's where you have that's where TD Bank is really strong. But it's a great institution, great institution. When we talk about business loans that pull at Experian from TD Bank pulls Experian, of course. They have small business loans, the traditional business loans. They also have a commercial commercial mortgages. They also have small business lines of credit. The only problem with TD Bank is that they're not going to actually, if you want to do business with them, you really need to have you need to have established a long-standing relationship with them. They value relationship a lot. Basically, they don't really care about they do care about your credit score though. But the thing is, if you have a wonderful credit score, but you just have been with them for one month, they're not giving you a large amount. But if you have been with them for 10 years, for example, and you have like good or fair credit, they'll work with you. So we love this sort of fidelity. We love this sort of loyalty. And so TD Bank is kind of cool. So we're talking about business term loan amounts that oscillates from $10,000 to $1 million with 3 or 5 year terms. Okay. Now, larger lines are available for commercial sized businesses. You also have commercial real estate loans that go from 25,000 to 1 million with terms up to 20 years. Fantastic. Okay. And again, the larger the size of your business and the lengthier your relationship with TD Bank, they actually will actually the larger the loan amount you get. Okay. The cool thing is that when you get a loan from a TD Bank, a business loan, they don't place any restriction on the use of loan proceeds. You can use the cash for everything you think about, like rent, inventory, payroll, expansion, daily operations, you name it. Okay, it's really up to you. Okay, now the only thing I want to say here is that they do have they're more thorough in their paperwork, like the way they actually process, the way they underwrite their business term loans it's pretty thorough. So if you are interested in getting a term loan from TD Bank, please make sure that you actually do things a little earlier. Okay, take your time because it might take like 3 days or even 3 to 7 days, but it's good though. It is worth it. Number four, boss, we are speaking about PNC, our score, 9/10. I want to quickly remind you of today's topic, right? We are having a quick convo about the top six business loans that pull personal experience for large amounts of fair credit minimum. So when we talk about PNC, you are speaking about a bank that is very well organized. Their customer service is just fantastic, fantastic. And the thing is that a lot of us, when they think about PNC, they think, well, this is just like a mid-tier bank that does not really do a lot. No, they are kicking ass like crazy. Okay, and you got to give them credit for that. And like 20 years ago, they weren't that good, but today they are really good. We have been following them for more than 20 years now, so we have seen the progress. Fantastic bank. So when we talk about business term loans from PNC, you are looking at $20,000 to $100,000. Okay, they're not really that generous when it comes to unsecured term loans. However, their customer service is great. They release funds real fast. And the cool thing is that PNC is really a mid-tier bank that has a larger geographical coverage than say M&T Bank or TD Bank. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that they are in more states than TD Bank and M&T Bank. Okay, now all those banks are positioned strategically. Okay, they're not in the same locations always. So really, it's a matter of preference. It's a matter of where your business is located. But yeah, with PNC, you have $20,000 to $100,000, no collateral ever required. You're talking about an easier payment processing, convenient terms. You can actually select a fixed rate with a term that oscillates from 2 years to 5 years. Fantastic. So you also have here, you have a secure small business loan. So for a secure business loan, you have loan amounts that go from $100,000 to 3 million. Okay, you can use that money for longer term financing, such as equipment or machinery. Okay, and also TD Bank, PNC also offers small business commercial real estate loans. Here we're talking about loan amounts that range from $100,000 to 3 million. This is really good. And they also offer like small business vehicle finance loan from 10,000 to $250,000. So overall, a great bank, great customer service, fantastic. Number three, we have here another stellar institution, Bank of America. Our score, 9.4/10. Now, Bank of America, the cool thing is that you have a national behemoth in the financial services industry, right? Here is a bank that's present in all 50 states. So you have the advantage of national coverage. This is fantastic. And so Bank of America offers a large constellation of business loans, and they are more generous too, which makes sense because they have a heftier balance sheet, right? So you can get like they at Bank of America, they call it Business Advantage Term Loan. Okay, and the thing is, you can get lump sum working capital to do everything. Like you can improve cash flow. You can actually get inventory. You can hire staff. You can do a lot of things. But the Bank of America, their eligibility requirements are a little stricter. They want you to be in business for 2 years under existing ownership, and you need to have minimum $100,000 in revenue, not in income, revenue. Okay, in other words, that's like top line sales. But the cool thing is that if you have been with them for a while, if you have a strong MPR with them, a strong multi-product relationship, the importance of having a relationship with a bank, this is where Bank of America really shines, because they will actually graduate you into what they call the Business Advantage Rewards Program. And that's a program that not only allows you to have better rates on credit cards and whatnot, but you also have the ability to get the greater terms on business loans and all kinds of credit products. Fantastic. What we love about Bank of America also is that, and see, the whole thing is, Bank of America, a lot of folks say, yeah, they have crappy customer service. That's not true. That's not really true, because under current management, they are really, really improving things. Okay, maybe you might have some pockets here and there in some states, in some localities where the customer service might be less than stellar, but overall, Bank of America has actually high standards when it comes to customer service, okay? And they offer great loans too. We're talking about, so if you have a, like, you have a large catalog of business loans, commercial real estate, loan amounts that start at 25,000, equipment loans, loan amounts that start at 25,000, interest rates that are always in single digits, 5.25%, 6.25%, fantastic. Loan term, the tenor of the loans, you're speaking about up to 10 years, up to 5 years. This is really good. They also offer business lines of credit, right? This is good. So they also have health practice loans. So overall, fantastic bank. Number two here, we have Wells Fargo. Our score, 9.5 over 10. I want to remind you quickly, boss, of today's conversation. The topic, we are speaking about the top 6 business loans that pull personal experience for fast approval, fair credit minimum, and really large approval also. Now, Wells Fargo is another behemoth, is another colossus at the national level, a bank that is present in all 50 states. Okay, they are also very generous when it comes to their business loans. So this is really good. And what we love about Wells Fargo is that now Wells Fargo, we love the fact that they have excellent customer service also. And the only thing is Wells Fargo does not have an actual business loan. In other words, if you want a business loan with them, they could do it for you, because what they do is their standard product is a business line of credit. Now, for clients who have been with them for a while, they are willing to actually to convert the business line of credit into a business loan. We have done it for our clients, for several of our business clients. It's not a problem, but you need to have the relationship first, and you can parlay that relationship into this kind of, I would say, hybrid conversion that I just spoke about. But overall, Wells Fargo has a traditional unsecured business line of credit that goes from 10,000 all the way to $100,000. Okay, and if you get that business line of credit, they will automatically enroll you in a free rewards program. They also have the Wells Fargo Small Business Advantage line of credit, whereby you actually get you get the line of credit from $5,000 to $50,000. But this is for startups. If you're a small business and you have been in business for less than 2 years, you can actually get this. Okay, so all this that I'm talking about, see the Wells Fargo business line of credit and the Wells Fargo small business advantage line of credit, those are unsecured business lines of credit. So they're really cool, okay? And you also have the Wells Fargo prime line of credit. This is typically for businesses with $2 to $10 million in annual sales. And here you are looking at 100,000 to 1 million revolving credit line. So this is really cool. But overall, Wells Fargo is just fantastic. They actually have great customer service, and the rates are really cool too. Number one, the best of the best in our view when it comes to the small business loan that pulls personal experience for great and large approvals. Citibank, our score 9.8 over 10. See, the thing about Citibank is that they have been around for so long. People think that people actually underestimate the power, the heft of the balance sheet of Citi. I mean, Citi is really, really, really strong. Now, you might not hear about them like in the news and whatnot, but they are really strong. With Citi, you have loan amounts that go from 5,000, check this out, to $5 million. And the terms, you are looking at up to 7 years. So this is really good. This is the bank that really trusts you. They have the balance sheet for it. They have the ability to give you large amounts. Fantastic. The only thing is that Citi wants you to maintain a business checking account with Citi. Like, you got to have a relationship with the bank. And now in some loans, they want you to have a personal guarantee if you're an owner. Okay, actually, they want personal guarantees from all owners collectively owning 51% or more of the business. Now, they can waive this personal guarantee requirement, and they have done it for some of our clients. But the thing is that you have to apply at the branch, and you have to supply a business plan and financial statements. Okay, so this is how they actually do it. So you can actually and Citi has a lot of loans. Okay, you can actually use the loan to do a lot of things. You can acquire a healthcare practice refinance existing debt. You can purchase equipment. You can finance inventory and whatnot. You can do a lot of things with a Citibank loan. So if you have more questions, it's just a lot better to call Citi and just go to a branch. Okay. So the number is 1-877-528-0990, and they're available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. through 11 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. through 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So this is really good. And yeah, it's just a lot better to complete all the application you just go to a branch and complete the application there. You can ask all questions that you have, and this will be really good. I mean, one thing I also need to say here is that Citi is really fast in terms of processing their loan. So make sure that you have all the paperwork and go to a branch. And if they ever ask you questions afterwards, asking you for extra paperwork, please get back to them. Get back to them real fast. Do not ghost them, because they are really fast in processing business loan applications. So it's up to you also to be as fast as they are. Now, let me give you an overview here. So you just heard the recap. You just heard the recap here, the review. I just want, before I close to this conversation, let's have an overview so we have a clear understanding of what we're talking about when we are speaking about business loans that pull personal experience. Okay, the thing is, if you want to get a business loan that pulls personal experience, everything starts. Let's go back to the origins, so to speak. Right. So, what is your personal experience score looking like? Is it good? Is it stellar? Is it less than stellar? I mean, what is it? So everything starts from there. So you got to go back and visit that score. Make sure you're comfortable with what the score is. And the next thing I want you to do here is to really sit down and write down your business's needs. I mean, what do you need the cash for? Because obviously, if you want a loan, you probably have some liquidity gaps that you need to plug, right? So if you want to plug those chasms, you need to think about, okay, what do I need the money for? Okay, for how long? I mean, specifically, do you need the cash to purchase equipment? Do you need the cash for, let's say, working capital? Do you need the cash for purchasing property, refinancing a car loan, business expansion? So there is a large catalog of needs you need to attend to now. So you got to be very clear about what your needs are, because once you have a clear idea about what your needs are, you can determine how much you can borrow. Because it's not about, yeah, I want to borrow 5 million. But the thing is that, can you afford it? It's not about how much you can borrow, it's how much you can repay. Okay, that's the thing. So this is the duality I want you to really think about. So when you think about how much you can borrow, I want you to think about how much I can also repay comfortably. In other words, how much I can plug into my budgetary bandwidth and be very comfortable, and still have room in that budget. Okay, and so then you have to look into your what we call eligibility requirements. Every bank has their own eligibility requirements. That's why I just told you to always apply at a branch, so you can have a convo with the branch manager or a branch deputy manager, so you have a clear idea of what they're looking for. And you can see if you can provide what they are looking for. Okay, so eligibility requirements are different. So things like credit score, your Experian credit score, your time in business, your annual revenue, your if there is a PG or collateral required, those things are important. What I also want you to do also is that you need to research the types of business loans available. So the thing is that when we talk about business loans that pull personal experience for a fast approval, you have a large constellation of business loans, not just one type of loan, boss. Okay, so you have term loans, you have equipment loans, you have startup loans, you have SBA loans, you have cash advances, you have invoice financing, you have lines of credit. My question to you is, what type of loan are you looking for? Because the thing is, you got to be clear in your mind the type of loan that you're looking for. Because every loan has what? Every loan has their pros and cons, but also there are considerations in terms of liquidity impact on your balance sheet. Remember, every loan you get goes onto your balance sheet, right? It goes into your balance sheet in the assets section in terms of cash, but also in the liabilities section in terms of debt, because it is a debt. Okay, also on the cash flow statement. So the thing is, there are implications. So know what type of business loan you're looking for, and then you have to start exploring available lenders. Now, we always tell our clients, when it comes to business loans that pull personal experience, there's not a lot of exploration to do. You want to start where you're currently at. Where you are at starts from there. Okay, it's a lot easier to say, yeah, I want to explore what the internet is offering. But yeah, but you are already somewhere. Start there. start at your current bank, apply there, and see if they have the business loan you're looking for. Because remember, the relationship is really important. Having a relationship is really important. Okay, and ask them what they're looking for. Like, in what are they asking you to provide? Business bank statements, month to month transactions, your tax returns, both at the personal level and the business level, your business bank, like your business plan, your financial statements, okay, business licenses and permits, all these things are important. So once you have done all the research, you just have to apply. And don't apply online. I don't care how good your business, how good your credit score is, your business credit score and or personal credit score. It's just a lot better to always contextualize your application. And you can only do this if you show up at the branch, okay, and just have a convo with a branch manager, like with a loan rep, before really applying. That way you are boosting your chances of approval. Okay, that's how that's how you actually play the game in the long run. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about the top 6 business loans that pull personal experience for large amounts of fast approval and the fair credit minimum. So number 1, we have Citi. Our score, 9.8 over 10. Number 2, we have Wells Fargo, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have Bank of America, 9.4 over 10. Number 4, we have here PNC, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have TD Bank, 8.8 over 10. And number 6, last but not the least, we have M&T Bank. Our score, 8.4 over 10. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I will speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.